there's a lot of drama going on, but hopefully we'll be able to get this going. Alright, so I do implore you that you should subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments, because that helps the channel grow. I'd like to thank everybody who subscribed so far this month. The month is still ongoing, and I'll have some news to share later during the week. It's a little bit of a surprise, and I think I have an idea for future HTML5 type tutorials. Of course, I'll let you guys vote on it. Alright, so let's go back to let me see if I can fix this intro yet. Let me see here. Let me get a proper intro. Just give me a second. Which one should I use here? Oh, this one is perfect. Okay, here we go. You guys are going to see this live. As I said, there's a lot of drama going on right now. So let's pick this guy here. The title is obviously wrong. Okay, there we go. It's a little bit related to, so there we go, interactive 3D data visualization. All right. So creating 3D bar graphs can add a touch of interactivity. Oops, that's what is going on here? All right, it's my niece's birthday today, so I'll probably send her birthday wishes after this live stream. There's a lot of drama going on today. Not her, obviously. All right, where was I here? Yeah, so I'm going to walk you how to build a 3D bar graph using HTML5 and JavaScript. This approach levels the canvas element, and you can bring your data to life in 3D. So we'll do a little continuation of this tomorrow, where we'll actually use PHP and a MariaDB database, and then grab that data and then also plot it as well. So you can plot whether it's 3D or 2D. So that will be up to you. But today's tutorial is important because you see how easy it is to take any data and plot 3D instead of just a boring 2D dimension. So basically, as I said, we're going to use the canvas element. So if you're impatient, you can simply just grab the source code, and you can go ahead and do it by yourself. And then obviously you need some JavaScript. That's the one that actually draws on the canvas. So that's the JavaScript you see as well, and that's it. Now, I even have a demo here for you guys. So you see here, there's some categories, category 1, 2, 3, 4. And you see the values 150, 250, 350, and 450. Obviously, you can put whatever values you want. So this is what I was saying in the future tutorial. We'll grab the data we'll use the fetch API. I'll grab the data from a MariaDB database with PHP. You can use any programming language, but that's a simple one for beginners to get started. And then you see here I have this plot button. So we click plot. You can see what happens. It took all that data and plotted the 3D graph here. So of course you can change, you can modify the code I'm giving you. You can change obviously the color, maybe have people change the color they want, for example blue, green, yellow, etc. And also you can also maybe make it so that this input field can be changed. But I'm saying this is just a simple beginner friendly tutorial, so just give you the tools to get started. So here are the screenshots. As you can see, you've already seen that from the demo. So you want to see how it works again? I said it's right here. It says consolidated demo. You can see right there. And this is a live stream. So if I play here, simple beginning. There we go. So it's nice and simple to get started. You see we're live streaming. So I'm live streaming right now on YouTube, Rumble, BitChute. Did I say BitChute? I can't remember. Sometimes I say BitChute. Yeah. So there we go. Now what did I change here? Did I mess something up? What did I change? Give me a second. It says I changed something. Oh yeah, yes I did. Yeah, I did change it. That's correct. Yeah, I did change it. Right. So let's go here. Oh, I forgot to. Just a second here. Yeah. So I'm a little bit anxious because I updated. Give me a second. I just need to set up here. I updated my my Samsung phone, and it bricked my. I can't call. Yeah, it bricked my phone, so I'm not able to call, not even any Wi-Fi calling or anything like that. So I'm a little bit anxious to get started. That's why I'm Not too happy with Samsung. And the funny thing is, I checked online. Looks like this issue happened on October 24 when the first update happened. So you'd think like over a month later they would have fixed the issue, but then I have the exact same issue. So nobody can call me right now. So I said I can't even call my niece. But anyways, so so all the live streams seem to be fine. So with that said, let's let me make sure this is actually working. Yeah, Odyssey is also working. Perfect. All right. So I just have one HTML5 because I said in this one that's all we need. And so just paste this into the GNOME text editor, and I'll show you. See, it's 189 lines. So go to the top here, zoom in, so you can see what's going on. So the simple stuff, usual, the doc type. Then the head section here, we just have. We actually don't need UTF-8. I should actually stop doing that because this is what do you call it? I'm on Linux, so it's UTF-8 by default. The viewport, I set it to the initial scale, so this way it doesn't get the boring, the default desktop version where it will be kind of really tiny. You have to zoom in. The title is Canvas 3D bar graph with table. The styling is subjective, so you style it any way you want. So the table here, just collapsed it and give it a width of 50%, margin bottom 20 pixels. The table heading and the table cell, I gave them a border of 1 pixel solid DDDD. That's a medium grayish color. Table heading and the table cell, I gave them padding of 8 pixels, text align center. And the table heading, I gave it a background of this color here, F4, F4, F4. I believe that's off greenish color, if I'm correct. And the canvas, I just gave it a 1 pixel border, solid DDD, that's a grayish color. And by default, it's going to be hidden. Margin top is 20 pixels. And then the buttons, it's a greenish color here, and that's a background. The background is a greenish color, and the color is going to be white. There's no border, and give it a cursor pointer. 1 pixels, 16 pixels, and when you hover, it will change to this color, 45A049 hex code. All right, and then here is our just a table. As I said, this is subjective any way you want. Your data there. See the category and the value. Yeah, that's it. And then we have a button here. As I said, talk about the plot the graph. I didn't want to plot the graph by default because I said I wanted to give you guys something that's usable, so you can do something. This is the canvas. This is hidden also by default. Display none. And then when you load the page, we'll get the canvas element, and we create a context. It's going to be 2D. Yes, even though, so it's basically 2.5D. Even if I called it 3D, it's 2.5D. It fools your eyes to think it's 3D. It's not 3D because 3D it's completely in 3-dimensional. This one is 2.5 dimension. So the button, we grab that as well, and then we get all the table row data. You see, we loop through each of the cells or rows, and loop through each of the cells to get the category and the value. Then you put it into this data variable. So in my learning JavaScript course last year, when I was doing the videos for it, so I explained all the types of loops you can do. So if you're confused about JavaScript, you want to learn, you can check it out. I actually converted it into a course. I don't know how courses show up I think you have to be logged in for the courses to show up on YouTube. So you can get it there, or you can go to jumboshop.com, and there's a web ID, so you can follow along with that as well. And then of course there's the canvas width set to the canvas width, and the canvas height set to the canvas height. Remember, we set it up when we created it. If you don't remember, it's right here. You see 600 by 600, so it's a perfect square. And then we set the bar width to 50 and the gap to 30, space between the bars, perspective 0.5. And then we have a function here to draw the 3 bar. It takes in the arguments x, y, width, height, and depth. And there's a fill color here. This one here, it's a greenish color. And we have the begin path, so I'm using the path. So you can also, I could probably have done this using, what's the other one I could have done? I could have done SVG as well. That's another way to, so then I probably wouldn't need the canvas. That's one way to do that. I actually use that trick for the SVGs in order to create, what do you call them? What what do you call it, the certificate for after you finish the course. So I used SVG, and then you can just stamp it on the canvas to print out a PNG or a JPEG or something else. And then here you see just lines, move to line 2, line 2, line 2, and then close the path and fill, and then the right face. This will give you the 3D effect. I say it's more like a 2.5D. So it's the same thing, fill, begin path, move to line 2, line 2, line 2, and close path and fill. And then the top face for that 3D effect. I see it's a slightly different color, because if it was all the same color, it looked like the 3D stuff from the 90s, right? So you wanna, obviously we can put multiple colors. That's all same thing. And see fill style, begin path, move to line 2, line 2, line 2, close path and fill. That's it. It's done. And then to do a graph, we'll clear everything in the canvas, and then we start drawing the bars. You see, we'll get the data, and we use another for each loop. And then we just pass in just the item, and then you see that's then we'll create our call our function called draw 3D bar, and now we'll draw it. And you see we set the depth for it, and that's it. And then obviously we add an event listener for our toggle button to plot the graph. So when it's clicked, we see if the graph is visible. So this will toggle it. That's why it's called a toggle button. And then if it's visible, we hide it. And then if it's and then the content will say plot graph. If it's not visible, then we display it. It comes display block. Then we draw the graph, and the content will be hide graph, and that's it. And then to begin, we make is graph visible equals is graph visible. So that's it. That's our function right there. 188 lines. 189 is obviously empty. So that's it. So all you have to do now is just drop this into any web browser. Obviously, you can run it in a if you have a server, you can then be able to see it over your network or your website. So in this case, I'm just going to use the Chromium browser here. You can use any browser you want. There's nothing fancy about this because it's 2D, it's not even 3D. So here we go. Let's see here. You see there's the categories here, and then you see the values. So you see by default it doesn't show anything, and it says plot graph. So I click plot graph. And then you see here it plots the graph. And then obviously if I click hide, it's going to toggle. Remember that toggle button, that's the functionality. So that's it. That's the code right there. And I said you can improve on this. For example, you can change this to inputs, and then then instead of grabbing just the value there, you can simply change the code to grab the input box in that table cell. So that's one option you can do. That's it. And then maybe add another button where you can add more or delete. That's way up to you. I did something similar where I was just drawing 2D graphs, and where that one had the toggle where you can add, you can delete, and I think then I created a PHP version you could save it into the database. So that's basically what we're going to do tomorrow. So oh no, sorry, I shouldn't say that. We're going to actually do the saving part and putting in data tomorrow. So that's it. That's the tutorial right there. So let's finish this up. If you want to deepen your knowledge of JavaScript, I've written a book titled Learning JavaScript that covers the fundamentals and will help you build a solid foundation in programming. You can grab a copy on Amazon. You can search for it. Jumbo. The link is also in the description. Additionally, I have, excuse me just a second here, I keep on forgetting this. So the books are available on Amazon. Alright, additionally, I've created an online course called Learning JavaScript, where I guide you through JavaScript from beginner to intermediate level with hands-on exercises and examples. You can check it out on ojamboshop.com. The link is also in the description. And then additionally, if you need one-on-one programming course, I'm available to help you with JavaScript with any programming topic. Feel free to reach out at ojambo.com/contact. And obviously, if you need something else, like consultation services, you can contact me at ojamboservices.com/contact. The links are all in the description. And in conclusion, Creating 3D bar graphs with HTML5 and JavaScript is a fun and interactive way to visualize data on the web. By using the canvas element and manipulating it with JavaScript, you can create dynamic, engaging visualizations that look great on any website. Alright, so that's the end. I am going to implore you again one more time to subscribe, like, follow, and leave comments. As I said, that helps the channel grow. The more people subscribe, the more the content, the algorithms just send it out, and the more people view the content, the more content I can make, because they will post requests, or they can suggest improvements or features which I can then share with everybody. Or if they have their tips, I'll share with them. I'll share their tips with all of you. All right, I do have some other additional resources. I do have my referral link here for the SpaceX Starlink residential service. So it's a satellite internet. If you're having problems with the internet, you want something more reliable, use my referral link, because you'll get a significant discount. And then I have this Honeywell HeatBat personal ceramic heater. It's a space heater. So if you're looking to get one, use my affiliate link, as I'll get a commission on every sale. So it doesn't cost you any extra, but it's the one way you can support me. And then I also have my novelette. It's called The Algorithmic Serpent. It's available on Amazon. It's I created. I'm the author, editor of Jumbo there. It's about a scientist who creates an AI system and loses his mind, so he has to regain control of his mind and the AI system. And you can see this is the back. So this is the paperback version. You see there's real pages and stuff in there. So this one is, there's also an ebook version. The ebook version is free if you have Kindle Unlimited. I made both of them as affordable as possible. This was my first non-programming creation. So I mean book, anything like that. So it's a novelette. It's not a novel. It's a novelette. So let me know what you think. I said it's just basically at cost. So the cost for this one, for example, the paperback version is for printing and shipping, and for the ebook is for storage costs. So pick it up if you have the means, and let me know what you think. And then if you want to know more about me, I have this bio and every single article on ojambo.com. If I wrote it, you'll see my bio. And see, I'm a freelance programmer. And then you can explore my book page on Amazon. If you need support, ojamboservices.com, and then the ojambo shop.com courses, online courses are there as well. So the links are all there. They're also in the description. And then if you want to contact me, as I said, the best way is to use the contact forms, ojambo.com/contact, ojamboservices.com/contact. Or if you want to follow me on the channels, I am on Odyssey, Rumble, BitChute, and YouTube. So that's one way you can follow me there, and you can subscribe. Okay, guys. So this one was a quick one, and the reason is I said there's a lot of drama going on, so I gotta resolve a few things, because right now I said I can't even call my niece to wish her happy birthday. It's yeah, I gotta resolve this phone thing, and then I'll see you in tomorrow's tutorial. Oh, before I go, let me check the live chat to see if somebody has posted any chat. I'll start with Odyssey, there's nothing there. Go to BitChute, nothing there. Rumble, nothing there. And today there's nothing in the YouTube. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye now. Have a great day.